Following hot on the heels of the Dark Angels, the other half of the Angels of Death are incoming with a brand new codex, box set, and a range refresh. So yes, the Blood Angels are descending into our hands in the very near future with some very, very exciting updates. Now this has been rumored for a little while now, but this new, as of yet unnamed box that you can see on your screens now is going to be the first place that we can pick up the brand new Codex supplement, and then also a hefty selection of models. The box itself comprises of 20 Assault Intercessors, 10 regular ones and 10 with jump packs, a Stompy Brutalis Dreadnought in the grim stylistic scheme of the Death Company, which certainly seems like this is going to make this thing even more killy compared to the regular Brutalis, and then not one, not two, but 4 brand new upgrade sprues, which are going to be very cool for kitting out your Blood Angels in a bit more style. Now these upgrade sprues aren't quite as big and expansive as the one we saw for the Dark Angels, for instance, with their new updates, but the fact that you get 4 of them does still give you a lot of scope for kitting out your army exactly as you want. There's a load of new heads and arms and guns, there's a melter pistol, and just a load of scope for adding some more bling to your units. So I do really like the fact that they have gone for a full 4, rather than just skimping and giving us, 1 or 2. And then leading this mighty force is not just a gorgeous new model for LEMARTES, who, as you can see, has got a stunning new kit with an incredibly cool design, a great helmet, some upgraded Primaris style jump pack, and some stylish metal banding around his armor. He does look awesome, although I will say, and this is meant as no disrespect, I do prefer his older model, I do. It's just, for me, one of those models that has always struck me as being when GW have hit that perfect note and made a model that is about as close to perfect as they possibly can do. So this new one, it doesn't quite grab me as much. That doesn't mean I don't like it or I don't think it's good. I do, I really like it, and I think he looks brilliant. The detail is exquisite. I just think that the older one, for me anyway, was, as I said, about as close to perfection in a model as you could get. So we've got LEMARTES, but he isn't alone, because we are also getting an updated model for ASTORATH, the High Chaplain of the Blood Angels. His model is more of a similar scheme to his older one. He's got the same sort of pose for the most part. He is just a lot more detailed and a lot bigger. And honestly, I do really love his design. I love the Dracula-esque muscle armor he has. I love his gigantic black wings, and his axe just looks amazing. He is a really great kind of little centerpiece model. So I do think that overall the box set is quite good. Yes, you may say the intercessors are a tad generic and boring, and it does certainly point to the basic Death Company box potentially getting squatted and just being replaced with the upgrade sprue so you can build your own, which is a shame, but I just think in general it is a really nice box, and it's going to be a great way to get LEMARTES and ASTORATH and have this really unique, interesting, fast-moving, hard-hitting melee army of blood-crazy Blood Angels. In terms of what the box may get you, obviously we don't know what the points will be in the codex, but using current points, this box nets you roughly 675 to 700 points worth of models, which isn't too shabby. And alongside that, you do get the new codex, of course. So I do think this is going to be quite a popular box for Blood Angels to pick up. Now, in terms of how everything will actually be from the box, again, we don't know what is going to change in the codex, but in the current index, LEMARTES is very good. He is 120 points, but he brings some really solid damage with his 5 attacks at strength 6, minus 2 AP and 2 damage, and lethal hits. And he also buffs the Death Company Marines he can join. He gives them lethal hits and also makes enemy attacks minus 1 damage into them, which goes a hell of a long way on 2 wound Marines. And then we have ASTORATH, who is maybe a bit less good, but he is also cheaper at 85 points. He still brings a solid set of buffs to the Death Company Marines that he can join. He gives them the ability to fight on death on a 4+, and he can also give his entire unit devastating wounds once per battle after they've charged. So again, very much fitting this theme of this really fast-moving, mobile, hard-hitting melee army that is what the Blood Angels are all about. On top of that, from the article today, we got a little tease at a few other units, with Dante and Mephiston having a very blurry little peek in. We can't see much and you can't confirm anything, but there is maybe a bump up to strength 8 instead of strength 7 for Dante's axe, as well as adding 1 to advance and charge rolls with his Lord Regent ability instead of just +1 to charge rolls like it is now. And then Mephiston, he actually seems to have lost the leader keyword, meaning he can't join units anymore, but instead he gains independent operative, which is huge for him, and he also gains fight first and what looks to be a 4-up Feel No Pain instead of his current 5-up, so potentially some quite significant buffs for him too. I think overall the box looks great in general. It does, based on just what is in it and what we've seen from other codexes, point unfortunately to some things being removed from the codex, but that isn't really unexpected for how things have gone into 10th edition, so I'm not that shocked. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm not that shocked, and I do think that consolidating things down like the Death Company, and certainly things like the various dreadnoughts that the Blood Angels have access to, like the Librarian Dreadnought, the Death Company Dreadnought, and the Furioso Dreadnought, that are all those older box dread designs that aren't really a thing anymore. That does seem to be quite likely to happen. But as a small little bone to give us some kind of positive out of that, they do also say in the article there is lots of a red to come, as well as possibly some gold too. So I do think that this won't be all of it. We will see some other new kits in this release as well. Likely picks being the Sanguinary Guard, because they are of course gold and they could definitely do with some new models. But then also maybe something, a unit or two that is brand new for the generic red armored Blood Angels as well, to keep them happy. So it's definitely not all doom and gloom, and I do think there is going to be a lot to get excited about if you are a Blood Angels player, as we find out more about this release. But that's going to be it for this video. I'd love to know what you make of this box, what you like, what you don't like, and also what other units you think we might see, either brand new units or anything getting an update. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I'll catch you later guys.